Okay, cool. So I'm going to start with some slides again. Just pull this up. Okay, yeah, so I'll start us off with the slides and just remind us why we're here and what we're trying to achieve and do. And then after that, we're going to actively be working on your elevator pitches today. I know, by the way, I did promise you guys I would send the recording for the previous training session. I haven't done that yet, but I'm going to. I say that every time. I am going to, right after this, just force myself to wait for the recording to download, and then I'll email it through using WeTransfer so that we all have it. Natalie, for now, I'm just going to make you co-host so you can let people in as they join. Is that okay? Okay, thanks so much. Yeah, and then Peter says he'll be there now, so you can make him co-host and he can help with that as well. Yeah, okay, so then I'm going to start with the slides so long. Okay, cool. So just to remind you, why we are here. It's the free training that we're offering for you on converting online networking into customers, the Inside Scoop free workshop. So we've had 3 of these already. I think it's been very valuable so far. It's been a very valuable journey. I will put the recordings of the other ones, like as soon as this session is done, I'll actually just send them through via WeTransfer. So you have access to those as well. I'll quickly recap what we did in the previous sessions. Quick, but then I actually want to focus tonight on what I promised you we would focus on, which is crafting the elevator pitch. Okay, so just a reminder for those of you that are new joining us this week, welcome. It's nice to have you here. Who am I? I am Nestene Botha. So I'm a registered auditor and chartered accountant. I have a master's in accounting education. And really everything that I'm teaching you in this free webinar is from experience. So I've built 3 businesses at this point in life. I've also been nominated for 2 of them as one of the top 35 under 35 chartered accountants in South Africa. So, and literally the customer bases that I have built for those businesses, I've done so only because of my networking skills. So recently I attended the Accounting and Finance Show conference. And I went with some of my colleagues and we were comparing results of what we had achieved during the conference, you know, afterwards, like colleagues do. And I had some amazing results achieved, and not all of my colleagues actually managed to get any results. So they would say like, yeah, it was a really good conference, you know, and I mean, there were so many amazing people and I learned a lot. But in terms of what you actually accomplished, in terms of, you know, getting customers or establishing key relationships for collaboration, not much had really taken place. Like maybe they would mention like 1 or 2 people that they wanted to catch up with after, but that was about it. Where I had like a list of, you know, the goals that I had achieved during the actual conference. And so they asked me, like, can you actually just maybe share with us, like, what do you do that is so special that you can achieve your results, you know, at a conference like this, just with pure networking? Like, we don't get it. Because I always say, like, it's just literally about writing down your goals, you know, and then working out the strategy to make sure that you achieve them. But they wanted something more in depth. So I was like, okay, fine. I'll do this free workshop for you guys. And then I'll actually share my process, the way that I teach it to my trainees when they start out with me. So I actually developed like a 12-step process that I teach to them in order to help them learn the networking skills, because I take them with to all the networking events. I don't actually understand why people will not take their trainees with to networking events, because it's such a valuable place to learn, and it like exponentially it increases your reach of what you can achieve at a networking event, just by so much for the with the extra attendees that you take with you. So that is where this is coming from. I mean, so far the feedback on this course has been absolutely great. We've achieved a lot. I mean, I told you a bit about Explore ProTech and why we are doing the networking event, and especially speed networking. So it's one of our amazing new networking opportunities that we came up with to help entrepreneurs and business professionals rebuild the economy after what COVID did to the economy. So the amount of opportunities that those people unlock during these events, just simply by being in the same room and talking about what they do, has been it's really what we need more of right now. So that's why we're hosting all of these events. So I shared that with you guys. The next one that we'll be doing, which most of you will be attending, is going to be on the 27th of September. It's going to be at 1. You'll get your links for that one probably on Friday. So you'll be able to access all the profiles and go through, everyone's bios that are attending the event from Friday to Sunday in order to prep for Sunday. And then I think after we attend the event, I'll leave the content up there for about 2 weeks after. So you'll have all of that information if you still want to follow up with leads, etc. But so that's the next one. We are going to try to do this on a monthly basis, maybe starting off with a bi-monthly basis. But we will definitely be doing more of these because we can really see the value in them. So what I'm going to be teaching you tonight is, I'm not really going to go through why, again, online speed networking. I think by now we all understand that, but I will be focusing again on the 12-step online networking success recipe. I'll go through the steps that we already covered just quickly. And then, like I said, I want to focus really on what do you do during the event. So in terms of your elevator pitch. Okay. So let me just, okay. So the 12-step online networking success recipe, actually what I want to do, because this was very valuable for us last time, just before I get into the 12 steps, just recapping the steps we already did and then going to the elevator pitch again, I'd actually like us to do what I did just now, where I introduced myself. So I want to hear who's on the workshop tonight with me. I know there's a lot of new faces, a lot of faces that we're seeing again. So I think it's just valuable for us to quickly introduce ourselves and to get that kind of barrier down, because the rest of the session is going to be super engaging. So don't be shy. Shall we start with Runel? Do you want to tell us just quickly who you are and what you're here to do? Go for it. Maybe just unmute yourself.
Always a good plan so people can rather hear you, eh?
Yeah, unless you're going to teach us to read lips, is that your thing?
You never know.
Because that would be a good pitch.
One. Now, my background, I'm an ecologist, so I'm just popping into to peep around because I connected with you guys earlier and you invited me on. So my background is ecology. So nature and the sciences are my passion. And at some stage in my life, I had to change from being an academic to a capitalist, because you can't eat your love for your subject necessarily. So that's when I moved into business. But I'm here to just check in, peep in, to come and meet some people tonight. And I'll probably disappear after, so please don't, I'm not going to say goodbye and interrupt everybody. So I might just disappear and I say goodbye now, but I'll be here for a few more minutes.
No problem, Brunel. We'll get the recording to you. And then I see Shashika, you also have to leave. So maybe you can go next. Before you go, just tell us who you are and why you're here, what you want to accomplish.
Okay, so I got invited by you, and I just wanted to get a sense for what this is about. I did start a company, but I kind of put it on hold. But I'm in people wellness and wanting to introduce meditation and yoga and stuff into corporate. That's one of the things. But I've made a decision to stay with corporate in sales and business development until I can get this business, up and running. Especially with COVID, nothing can be done in person. So I've resorted to Zoom sessions and stuff like that, and not quite sure how to continue with that, but I thought I'd just check in and see what this is about, and if there's any value I can get from it in terms of, ideas on how to navigate through my business strategy.
Awesome. I think you're going to get many, many ideas, actually. So it's lovely to have
Okay,
you here. Thank you, Shashika.
thank
Um,
you.
Jesus, do you want to just introduce yourself?
Hi, everybody. Yes, my name is Jesus Rosario, and I'm all the way in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And to sum it all up, I am a chief network officer. I do networking to the point where I just connect people. I connect people with the resources and things that they need via various events such as these and in-person events. But what I do is I share content. I do interviews with people and basically introduce their services, introduce who they are to the platform and to my network. So that's what I've been working on. Plus, I have other ventures on the side. I've been in the U.S. Army for 19 years. And I will be working on finding a secondary property here pretty soon. My other company is an investment company as well. So yeah, I've got a lot going on.
Beautiful. Thanks for sharing, Jesus. And it's a privilege to have you here. And you're obviously a professional networker. I mean, you're networking while you're driving, which is super impressive to me. My head is just spinning. It's like, how is he doing that? It's amazing. It's amazing to have you here. Okay, cool. I see.
Yeah, I'm also taking notes. So yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Wow, that is impressive.
I'm not actually currently driving. I'm just a passenger.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So,
You're also helping with the baby.
Yeah.
Still super impressive. Okay, awesome. Such a pleasure to have you. Chantal, are you going to maybe just share with us quickly?
Hi everyone, I'm new to the group. It's the first time I'm attending a meeting. I am currently running a small accounting practice. I've been in business for about 15 months now. I used to be in the corporate world for most of my life until my company retrenched me, and I used my package to set up my business. And so I do accounting, bookkeeping, and compliance services for small to medium enterprises. I don't know what else I need to say.
That's absolutely beautiful. I think you're going to get a lot of value from this, just in terms of building that initial customer base, So I'll make sure we connect as well, because I can definitely show you how to do that.
Cool.
Welcome. Cool. Peter, are you going to tell us who you are?
Well, I can tell you exactly who I am, but before I do that, can I make you a cup of coffee?
That'll be amazing. Thank you.
Okay, I'll make you a cup of coffee now. So my name is Peter. I'm one of the joint founders of Explore ProTech. So my expertise within the group is more on the team building and development side. So a lot of the teamwork that you see behind the scenes, that would be me. I must say, I'm actually really liking the dynamic of watching people come together and how their stories just kind of knit. For me, that dynamic and that process is going to be an absolutely amazing journey. I'm loving it. Coffee, I'm on it.
Thank you, Peter. Guys, I just want to say I have the director of Explore ProTech making me coffee. So Okay. Christian, do you want to share with us?
Yeah, cool. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, hi, Christian here, and I'm a business growth specialist with the global company called Action Coach. And yeah, I'm a firm believer that your network is your net worth, and it is something that has always been greatly missed during the COVID and during the lockdown. Just a note, at 7 p.m. I'm on a call with one of my superiors in Las Vegas, so I will jump off in 35 minutes. Yeah, and it's just important I want to empower business owners and entrepreneurs to reach their dreams and goals, and yeah, and most importantly, make some decent money and consistently be profitable, and yeah, just be a standout person in your micro economy, and yeah, just build some winning teams and free up some more time. All of these things around how to build a successful business.
Awesome. It's a privilege to have you here, and that's not a problem. I'll make sure you get the recording.
Thank you.
And what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
And it's actually not, and not that you're saying that, Peter. I was there last year in May, and it's not really, I was there and I took all the learnings out of Vegas. So I made sure that the learnings that I had there were actually exposed. So
Oh,
it's
nice.
definitely not a secret.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Thanks to Christian Harbeck. That could be your unique selling point. It's
Yeah.
amazing. Cool. Okay. So Chaba, do you want to just introduce yourself?
Good evening. Thanks, Nestene. Yeah, my name is Sachaba. Currently in investment banking. I've been there for a few years. I think it's my 5th year now. Been in the energy and infrastructure space, and I was actually elected by Nestene a few years ago at UCT. So yeah, I'm thinking of making a career pivot, about getting into more impact investing, more social entrepreneurship. So I'm basically looking up. I think I'm looking for a bit of change. I think this pandemic has highlighted the need for more socially conscious endeavors. Looking at more profits is not necessarily a healthy way of looking at things any longer. I think we have to start looking at how we can be more socially impactful. So yeah, I'm hoping to perhaps meet with people that are inclined in this manner and build healthy relationships. So thanks, Nestene.
Only a pleasure, Sachaba, and it's great to see you again. Well done. And so, I mean, social tech is so the place to be right now, right? It's so the place to be. So definitely we'll make that happen. Stephen,
Thanks.
Can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, thanks, Nestene. Good evening, everybody. I'm Stephen Levy, founder of Dare to Be Coaching and Beyond. And I coach in business. I don't coach your business. And it's very much about putting the connect between leaders and their teams and how you can improve your bottom line just by looking inside the box, not outside, and focusing on those that are looking to achieve the results and optimizing their performance. So that's in a nutshell what I do, especially through the conduit of leadership, because they have a huge influence on the people that they lead, both personally and professionally. And just to let you know that a very good friend of mine that I played rugby with when I was at Technicon is Peter Scholes, and he is the license holder for Action Coach in South Africa. So it's a very good business, it's a very good model, and yeah, good friend of mine, Pete. So awesome. And
Awesome.
Nice to meet you, Christian.
I'll definitely
And see what you're doing.
Yeah, likewise. Thank you.
I'll make sure the two of you guys connect at the actual speed networking event as well. Awesome, I love it.
Much about me. We were at Technicon together. Might not be good stories.
Come now, Stephen, don't be bashful. Okay, awesome. Natalie, are you going to tell us?
Okay, I'm Natalie Joel, as you can see. 5 years ago, after struggling for 40 years to lose weight, I found this new way of eating. I've lost 60 pounds, 60 kilos. Sorry, can you just take somebody else? My office is calling me because I've got a problem with my office. I'll get back.
No problem, it's fine. Okay, cool. Shame. Multitasking. Let's hear from Somerville. Somerville? Maybe just unmute yourself.
There we go.
Awesome.
Technical issues, like I can't believe. I'm so glad I got on.
I'm sorry. It's good to have you here, though. You're looking good.
Thank you. What am I introducing myself? Sorry, I missed the beginning.
Yes. No, you're introducing yourself and why you're here.
Okay. I'm Somerville. I am in all the way in Warmbads, Limpopo. I'm a virtual assistant, and I'm joining this speed networking in the hopes of getting more clients.
Awesome. Thanks, Somerville. It's great to have you here. I would love to just purchase you. Just like, I need a PA in my life, so we will also speak. Mine just resigned, by the way. Paul, can we hear from you, please?
Thanks, Nestene. Hi, everyone. And firstly, Peter, thank you very much for finding me on LinkedIn. It's helped so many people there and you found me, so good on you. I'm a sales consultant and we assist our clients to ensure that they're using the correct payroll and accounting software and that they're using it efficiently. We find too many businesses might have the product, but they're not using it to the effect that it can be. And that while capturing information, they think they're working, whereas a lot of work can be automated. And that's what we try and do. We try and automate that process and allow them to spend time servicing their customers, servicing their customer base.
Beautiful. And thanks for joining us, Paul. I think Peter only found you this afternoon, if I'm not mistaken. So well done, you know, for taking the chance and just like going like, yeah, I'm there. Let's do it. Awesome. And then Michelle, can we please hear from you? Michelle?
How's everybody?
Hi.
There you go.
Oh, it's really, no, not really. I think it's breaking up. Can you put your introduction maybe in the chat box? Let's try that. So that we do also get to know you, because I don't want to just like leave you hanging, but we really can't hear you. So maybe just pop your introduction into the chat box, then we can get to know you.
Steen, maybe she can try talking with the video. That might be taking up bandwidth.
Okay. Michelle, do you want to give it a go with your video off?
I've switched off my video. Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, we can. Okay, go for it.
Okay, so I'm Michelle. Nestene found me on LinkedIn, which I'm grateful for, to just get a bit of a feel about what this is all about. So I worked for PricewaterhouseCoopers. I'm a qualified accountant, but about 5 years ago, I decided that I never want to submit another VAT return in my life again. So I started a company where we are now a Zero Accounting Software International Approved Partner software company, doing implementations, business processes. And in the meantime, in the past 4 years, I've invested in a couple of other entities as well. And I've started a coaching business where we basically help entrepreneurs to avoid burnout. So we take you from burnout to bliss. And we do a couple of exercise programs involved in that, as I'm an avid triathlete. And part of that, we sort of help you start up your business, but the main focus is work-life balance. So it's not business coaching as such, it's more transformational coaching. And when the business questions do arise, then I sort of fall back, obviously, on my accounting and entrepreneurial knowledge related to that.
Beautiful. Thanks for sharing, Michelle. We're really happy to have you. And I'm actually thinking like already, like you should speak to Shashika, definitely, because it seems like she has the same kind of, you know, idea of where the opportunity lies right now. I would love to go from burnout to bliss, by the way. That would be amazing. We'll talk too. Awesome. Okay, guys, so this is you. And now let's start on the actual process that we get to see. And then I'm going to stop again in a few slides and then we'll work together on your actual page.
Are we certain that everybody has introduced themselves?
Yeah, I am pretty certain. Why? Do you see someone that hasn't?
No, I'm just, if somebody hasn't had an opportunity, now would be a good time to speak up.
Natalie.
Oh yeah, Natalie was called off. Is she available now? Natalie?
I am available now. I just had my office alarm.
Okay.
Okay, so after losing, as I said, the 60 kilos, 130 pounds, I realized that a lot of people were like me, struggling to lose weight, wrong advice given by the dietitians and the standard Western diet doctors and dietitians. I did a Banting in South Africa, it's called. At rest of the world, it's keto or low carb. So I became a coach, and that's what I do. I'm a keto coach or a Banting coach. And I've kept off the weight for 5 years.
And you just got your
life coaching certificate.
Awesome. So that's also going in there. So yeah. Oh, that's amazing. Thanks for being here, Nat.
Thanks.
Okay, cool. Okay, now let's get going with the actual content. Okay, I'm going to make it very practical because I really don't want to waste anyone's time. Okay. I don't really believe it just lecturing at people. It must be practically valuable. Okay, so last time we said the 12-step process works like this, right? We need to start with setting our 1, 2, 3 SMART goals. So, and this is for your business. So you want to start with just thinking about where are you in your business right now, and how are we, what do you want to achieve, say, in the next few months. That's important because that's the only way you're going to be able to set your goals for the actual speed networking event. So the second step is to investigate your opportunities available at the event before the event actually happens. So that is why you'll be getting access to everyone's bios and profiles on Friday. So you'll have 2 days to go through them and basically prepare for meeting with them. I'll also give you your schedule so that you can see exactly who you'll be meeting when. So if you want to go as far as making notes, like maybe on an Excel or something, then you can figure out exactly where you want to investigate more opportunities with which people. So this is similar to when we were still going to actual, networking and speed networking events. I would always do some homework about the types of people that would be there. The first person I'd usually talk to is the host, and she would be able to point you in the right direction to say like, oh, you need to talk to that person, and she'll do the introduction. So when it's online, it's the same idea, but it's just going in prepared to do your online speed networking. So then step 3 is to set 1 to 3 SMART goals that tie into your business goals that you have at the moment. So this seems very simple. It is. It's very simple, but like one of our coaches always says, it's simple doesn't always mean easy. Well, I guess this is easy. It's just that people forget to do this, and it really, if you go in like not prepared, not knowing what you want out of an event, you're going to come out of the event with exactly that. You might have a win, you might not have a win, where if you go in with an exact goal of what you want to accomplish, then you'll come out probably having accomplished that, provided that you come up with the correct strategy. So that's the next step. Then we want to plan for action. So what are you going to be doing before, during, and after the event in order to now achieve your SMART goals? One of the things that you'll be doing before the event is do a proper profile with a nice professional profile pic. And if you have branding, put your branding all over there. It just helps people identify you and identify what you're looking for. Also, remember to put your URL links in there. Also, again, this is not rocket science, but I see so many people attending like conferences and online events, and the functionality is always there to do a proper profile. But for some reason, people just go, with putting 1 or 2 sentences in there that doesn't really mean anything. I mean, then they spend all their time trying to network with others at the conference. But, when those people want to look you up after or even if they're looking you up before, even if they want to talk to you, they're left with the questions of, well, what is your website link? I mean, how do I contact you? Like, are you on Facebook, or are we going to talk on LinkedIn? What is it? So just making it's super easy for the people that you want to keep connecting with to be able to do that. So links and a nice, short, concise bio focusing on what you have to offer, what you want, and a proper profile pic will go such a long way towards setting you up for success. Step 6 is to execute your plan. So this is your pre-event interaction. During your pre-event interaction, you'll actually make your notes to make sure that you have a roadmap for yourself during the speed networking event. So that's where you can actually go to maybe like an Excel list and jot some notes down for yourself. So if there's someone that you're super keen to talk to about a certain opportunity, then definitely you'll write down, you know what, I have to talk to Stephen about getting in touch with that person, or something like that. So giving yourself a roadmap, again, it's like when you're going for a road trip. If you don't have a map or a GPS with you, then you're kind of just hoping for the best, you know. Where if you have a roadmap and an idea of where you're going to go on that map, at least you have a way to travel. During the event, we're going to execute the plan. So using your roadmap here, it becomes super easy actually. So the execution part becomes the easy bit as soon as you do the planning properly. And then after the event, it's important to execute your after event plan. So including everything that you've promised and getting your thank you messages out to everyone that you've met. So that's a lot. This is also where a lot of connections are dropped. Like sometimes the networking at and before the event goes really, really well, but then people forget to tie up after, or, you know, lose the business card, or just never get back because there was just so many things to take note of. So the nice thing about this, with having the profiles available to you for 2 weeks after the event, is you basically have 2 weeks to get those thank you messages out and to make sure you tie up all the loose ends. Otherwise, you would have just done, you know, all this before and during work for basically nothing. So it's worth spending that time to just execute your after event plan properly. Step 10, you need to import those new contacts into your customer relationship management system. If you don't have one, you can chat to Peter. I know he knows a lot about CRMs and recommending which one will work for you. If you don't have one, and you also don't feel that you need to invest in one right now, even just using Excel to properly schedule out when you're going to contact who, about what, and why can be so helpful. And then post that into your calendar. So say on Monday at 7, I'm going to contact this person about that. And that also just helps that you don't do all the before and during work for the networking, like for nothing. Yeah, so that basically, yeah, and then we schedule the post-networking communication. Again, if you have a CRM, you can schedule, or even just like a proper mailing system, you can schedule the emails that you want to send to people for follow-up or whatever. You can even schedule that like directly after the event. So it's all about organization and then following through to make sure that you achieve your goals. So that's the theoretical part. In terms of how it's actually going to work when we are doing the group, so a lot of you did ask me, like, do I have to be on Facebook in order to participate in this? You don't have to be. You really don't have to be, because I'm going to send you the link to join on the day. We're really just using the Facebook functionality because they have the new room software that came out there, and it's really easy for participants to move between rooms based on a set schedule. So we'll have a host in each of the different rooms. We'll have about 12 minutes in a room together, 8 attendees per room. Each room will offer you a different experience based on the way that the host wants to run that room. So our tribe leaders will be stepping up and taking controls of each of the different rooms. They'll also be the person to tell you, okay, at the end of the 12 minutes, okay, you got to go, and this is where you're going next. In that way, you will meet 40 people per hour, which will be 80 people in 2 hours, which I am so freaking excited about, because for me, like I do 60-minute consultations, that would have been 80 hours just in meetings, and I would have probably had to spend like an hour to get those meetings with the 80 people. So for me, that saves me about 158 hours in my schedule. So I think that's amazing. Also, if you want to boost your social networks, which I know a lot of us want to do, we'll have social trains on the Facebook group before and after the event. So I think that's the only functionality that if you do want to participate in boosting your social networks, then that will be good if you are on Facebook. So you can participate in the social trains. That will be in the discussions. If you're not, then you probably don't want to grow your social networks anyway. So unless it's LinkedIn, in which case we'll figure out a plan. But yeah, so a lot of you should be able to, if your goal is to grow your social network, you should be able to grow each of your networks by at least like 75% of the attendees. So 150 likes or follows or wherever you are doing this. Yeah, so we'll have that for Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Yes, so there's a ton of ideas. If you do have a different or an idea, something extra you want to add, you're welcome to talk to me about it. But I think this is going to be an absolutely amazing experience and so fun. I'm going to quickly just take you through the examples we did last time, just to get you back into the thinking process, right? So you can start again thinking of, okay, this is the goal, this is how the strategy fits into the goal. And then we'll go from, okay, if you have your goal and you have your strategy, how is your elevator pitch now going to look? How does it tie back to it? And then how is your, how's your bio going to look to tie back into your goals? Okay, so a SMART goal, first of all, is a specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and temporal goal. So your goal for the networking event can't be, I want to increase my profit or I want to get more customers. I know it's daunting to set specific, very specific goals for yourself, but if you don't, how are you going to work out the strategy to be able to achieve it? I mean, if you're there to get more customers, then how will your strategy look? Where if you're there to say get 5 more customers, that will translate into say 2 repeat customers on a monthly basis, that is more specific. That you can now start thinking about, like, how am I going to be able to achieve this? Okay, so it's all about, guys, marketing is really actually, it's just all about goal setting and then strategy and then figuring out the strategy to get you to the goal. That's really all it is. Okay, so I said, for example, my SMART goal, like one of my SMART goals for this event will be, I want to increase the Explore ProTech social media footprint on Facebook by increasing the Explore ProTech Facebook page likes by 150. Through converting 75% of the attendees at the next online speed networking event into page likes by the end of day 3 after the online speed networking event. Okay, so that's really specific. It's measurable, so I will know exactly when I've reached it. It's attainable. I think 75% is conservative. I think we could even go for 85. It's relevant to where I am at in my business right now, because in my business right now, I need a bigger reach, right? I need to create brand awareness. We're very much in, I mean, this venture, I can't believe it. This is the 3rd company that I'm now involved in, but this venture specifically has only been going for 4 months. So we're very much focused on the brand awareness stage. So that fits in perfectly with my goals for my business right now. And then it's temporal. So I said, like, I'll give myself up to 3 days after the event to convince everyone that you need to go and like our page. So that's a SMART goal. I did give more examples, not going to go through them because I'm literally just want to get your brains back in action before I use them to create your elevator pitch. Okay, so this was the next big example we then did. Okay, so now this is all about how are you using the strategy in order to achieve your goal. Okay. So for this one, I said I used this SMART goal over here, which says increase the Explore ProTech. Just by the way, guys, I can see there's things popping up in the chat. That's amazing. If there's anything urgent, like a question that you want me to answer right now, please feel free to just put on your mic and just tell me, like, Nestene, I have a question. Or Nestene, just stop there. That's absolutely fine with me. Like, I love my sessions to be so engaging and really practical. I want you to get value from this. So feel free to do that. If it's not that urgent, then I am going to be checking what has been going on in the chat as soon as I stop to give you guys a practical example and some engagement. Okay. Otherwise, if you don't stop, I'm going to just keep going. Okay, cool. Okay, so the strategy, right? The strategy, it's very important that you break it down into before, during, and after. And this is really, there's no hard and fast rules that I can teach you on how to strategize. I mean, I can tell you to read that book on Sun Tzu's Art of War, for example. That's an example of strategy. You can play a strategy game. Strategy, you can play chess. That will also help. But strategy is really just sitting down and thinking and problem solving and coming up with how are we going to get from point A to point B. So it's normal to feel very uncertain at this stage. If you're not certain if the strategy will work, if you're not certain if you're coming up with the strategy in the correct way, the trick is just to try. Keep going, think creatively, try to problem solve. If you're not sure, ask one of us. That's why we're here. You know, and that's why last time we got to share our before, during, and after strategies. But if you're still uncertain about this after I shared last week's recording with you, please feel free to reach out and we can have a bit of a brainstorm. And it's all about just trying things. Yeah, so for example, like our SMART goal was, I want to increase the Explore ProTech special interest online speed networking email list by 225 email addresses, by converting 75% of the attendees at the next online speed networking event into email subscribers, and getting 50% of these subscribers to recommend one friend or colleague that will also be interested in signing up for the Explore ProTech special interest online speed networking email list by the end of day 3 after the online speed networking event. Okay, so this is all about increasing my email reach. Again, it ties in with my goal right now, because what I'm trying to do right now is find more of our tribe members. Once I find more of our tribe members and I know what they're interested in this case, it will be online speed networking, I have a way to communicate and I have someone to communicate with, which is where all business starts. So in terms of how I'm going to achieve this, I plan on doing this before. I'm going to reach out to all the attendees by looking at the profiles on the Facebook page. And I'm going to just pop a message through and say, would you like to stay up to date with future events, news, and special offers? If you do want to, here's the link, just subscribe. During the event, I'm then going to work into my elevator pitch that if you would like to stay up to date with future events, news, and special offers, here's the link. Please subscribe. That will be the second time that you guys see it. So if someone was still on the fence in the first time and they're not sure if they want to or not, this will be the second time that I'm giving them the opportunity to choose. And then after, I will include in my thank you message, I'll write a nice thank you message for every person based on the things we spoke about. But then I'll just pop a line in there to say, by the way, if you haven't subscribed yet to our email list, here's the link if you still wanted to. And then looking at this goal, I should probably, in the before, during, and after, I'll have a separate strategy for then getting the referrals out of there as well. So in order to get even more email interest. So for the 50% subscribers, so I'll add that. So that is an example of just taking one of your goals and really simply looking at what am I going to do before, what am I going to do during, and what am I going to do after in order to achieve this goal. So again, it's not rocket science, but putting it down like this, pen on paper, magical, because me, for one, like my brain would not have been able to come up with all these strategies if I didn't write it down and simplify it for myself like this. Okay, so that's the second important part of how we need to do this. The profile itself is really important, but I don't want to, it's important that also that you tie it back to your goals and to your strategy. So when you're writing your profile, I want you to think of, how is this going to help me achieve my goals? How does this fit into my strategy? So for example, say for my, you know, growing my email thing, I would need to put something in my bio about being, you know, the person that came up with the idea for the online speed networking events. And then I'll probably put the email subscription link in there. Just by the way, if you're reading my bio, you want to subscribe, here you go. So that will really filter through in everything that I put in my profile. So you see how it kind of all ties together. And that's also what I realized lately, just again, how important it is for your marketing strategy to be, it has to tie together from everywhere. Because as soon as you lose focus, you lose your message. If people hear the same information, it doesn't necessarily irritate them. Sometimes it just reminds them, or it makes sure the message is consistent across all the ways that you're communicating to them. So you want to make sure that if you have a goal, it's coming through in your strategy, it's coming through in your bio, and then when you speak, when you have your elevator pitch, it needs to come through there as well. And then after, when you send your thank you messages, it will come again through again. And that focus really helps us to achieve our goals. Okay, which now finally brings me to the point that I actually want to focus on for today. So I promised you guys we would look at how to craft the perfect elevator pitch. Okay, so first of all, the elevator pitch is absolutely magical. Forbes said, so the ability to create an effective elevator pitch can make all the difference as a startup, or I guess as any entrepreneur, any business professional. The formula for creating a quick pitch I'm going to give to you guys. It can be instrumental in earning the opportunity to pitch in the best places, start relationships with key co-founders, vendors, and team members. It can keep you invisible or win the help of powerful influencers. So how do you craft a perfect pitch for propelling your venture? So this is actually what Forbes said. I must remember to include their quote on the slides in future. But from my experience, I can tell you there are people that I have gotten in touch now for the online speed networking event. True story. One of the people, I don't think he's here right now, but he was here last week and he's going to be at the actual event. He simply said yes to joining the speed networking because he remembered me from 4 years ago when I had the opportunity to speak for 1 minute at a BNI networking event. 4 years ago, we never spoke after, we never spoke before. We literally, he just, and I to be honest, like I told him this, I couldn't remember him at all, but just remembering me for the 1 minute that I spoke for at the BNI event. So an elevator pitch is such an opportunity. Everyone's listening to you. It's your opportunity to be memorable. It's your opportunity to catch the eye. It's your opportunity to showcase your personality, to put your values out there, to show what resonates with you. The human mind is absolutely amazing. As soon as people hear you, they will already start to make up their mind on what you're all about, how you do business, if they want to see you again, if they would be open to talking to you. So that elevator pitch, if you can make that memorable and you can catch the eye of the people you're trying to catch eyes of, it can open so many doors for you. Okay, so that said, how do we actually make a proper, nice elevator pitch? So by the way, we're going to give you guys a minute, right? At the event, you'll have a minute in each room to do your elevator pitch, to tell us what you're all about. You will need to have more than one. That's a smart move. That is because when you're in the different rooms, you're going to be meeting with different people. And I will give you the schedule of who you're meeting with beforehand already. But a lot of the times it depends on which audience you're pitching to, what you think they will remember you for the most. So if I'm going to be in a room with 8 people that I term very creative, then I will try to put something creatively impressive in my pitch, for example. Or maybe like from my accounting days, I always walked into the room and then I would sum up, you know, what industries are these people from, and I would try to think what problems do they usually have from what I've seen in practice, like where is this going to stick for them. And then, you know, if it was people that I knew most of them had maybe problems with their tax returns, then I would focus my elevator pitch on how passionate I am about helping people with tax, and my credibility, like what experience I have in doing that. Maybe put some dispute or technical jargon in there. Not jargon, you never want to use jargon, but use the words that's going to impress that type of audience. It doesn't mean I wasn't authentic. It just meant that I got to choose the side of myself that I get to show off at that moment. And that, I must say, I think that was also key in my success as a networker. Because, for example, and I will never forget that B&I meeting actually where that person met me, I know because I was only there once. I summed up the room and I was like, okay, these people are super corporate, and these people are super focused on doing deals and business, specifically that chapter. They were super, you know, go-getters. And all of them were like that. So I remember sitting at the table and listening to the different pitches and knowing that I would be able to speak last because I was a visitor. And I was thinking, like, what could I possibly say to make them notice me? I mean, there was already an accountant there. You know, actually, there's tons of accountants all over BNI. Accounting is not exactly the most funnest thing to talk about. What am I going to say? And I crafted my whole pitch around, oh, there's a spelling mistake. Sorry, guys. I need to take that out of the slides. I will take that out. Pitch. So the pitch, yes, sorry, I do that sometimes. So the pitch that I did, I crafted around helping nonprofits because it was legit something that I was doing in my business. It's something that I'm really passionate about still. But I crafted it around really why it is so important to help nonprofits. And if I'm not mistaken, I think I said something about you can't sleep at night if your neighbor is hungry, because you don't know what problems hunger can cause on that side. Like if your neighborhood isn't safe, it's kind of up to you to make sure that the neighborhood is safe. So I can't remember. It was a whole pitch around that, and that is what made some of those people remember me. Like I actually got a lot of callbacks after that, because it's not something that they were used to hearing every week at that time from those people. They didn't expect it, so it was memorable. It was different. It really set me apart from all the other accountants in the room. So that's just one example of make sure you have more than one elevator pitch up your sleeve so you can show off the different sides of you to the different people. The worst thing you can probably do is try to condense all your offers into one elevator pitch. I promise you, when you start saying, you know, I'm Nestene, I'm an accountant, I'm passionate about doing tax returns, financial statements, audits, and tax advisory and everything else, people don't hear that right then and think, oh, I can go to her for everything. They hear, okay, I'm not really sure what this person is saying. Also, it doesn't sound like they're an expert in anything. It's not fair, I guess, but that's kind of, so you want to have it really focused and targeted to the audience that you're speaking to, thinking of what is going to stick with these people. Okay, so that said, I have a little formula for you guys that I jotted down, that I also, this works with my trainees. You don't have to follow this to the T. In fact, it would be better if you really made this your own, but you want to kind of make sure you get all of these elements in your actual page. Okay, so you want to go, obviously, hi, I am this person. I am, and then you say something about that differentiates yourself or identifies or defines you. Again, try to be creative with it. So, hi, I am Nestene, I am an accountant. I would never say that. I would say, hi, I am Nestene. I am the founder of the first virtual audit firm in South Africa. Or, hi, I am Nestene. I'm a global tax practitioner. Or it's just, yeah, you really want to, you only have a certain amount of words. So each word needs to count. Okay, from your business name, then you say, okay, I solve this problem by providing this advantage to that target market to help them accomplish this. So you also, that is because you want to focus on how do you offer value, because that's what you're selling at the end of the day. You're selling your value. And be very specific about what that value is and try to differentiate it. And then you can say, I want to offer this to these people. If you want that, do this. Okay, so that's the template. I'm going to show you. Oh, did I put my other tips? I'll go through the rest of the tips now. Let me just show you how to actually apply that, or how I would apply it. So it's this goal again that I had about, I want to increase our online speed networking email list, right? And this is the template. So I jotted this down, and I'm probably still going to craft at it, this elevator pitch a bit before the actual event, but I did time it. It fits into 1 minute just fine. It's like 5 seconds shorter than 1 minute. I can make it more specific though, I know that. So I'm still going to be working on it, but I think this will give you a good idea of just the amazing things you can do with an elevator pitch. So I'm just going to quickly pitch it to you guys. And then after that, I'm going to go through the rest of my tips quickly. And then I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to come up with your own rough draft of your elevator pitch. And then you're going to share that with me and with the group, and we're going to help you make it absolutely magical and so memorable. Because I want you to get practical value out of this training again. That's the purpose of this. So,
sorry, Nestene.
Yeah.
I think by the time people have actually generated a few different elevator pitches on themselves, not only will everybody else know who they are, but they'll have a pretty good idea of who they are within themselves. Not many people actually take the time to actually sit down and think about what they actually do and what they actually offer. You know, so actually doing this elevator pitch, and then also maybe setting it to different target markets or to different types of people. By the time you've finished, you actually have a really good foundation to not only in this networking event, but for any other networking event that you go to. You actually have a really solid foundation to actually step into an event and go, this is who I am, this is what I do. It just creates structure, but it's also at the same time, it's so it's fluid. It's natural. I think a lot, like you were saying before, a lot of people step into an event and they're just not as prepared, and they know who they are and they know what they do, but putting it across is not as easy as what it seems. So being this prepared, the information that you've given us so far is actually a course all on its own.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
No, seriously, this information, what everybody needs to understand, this information is so valuable because this is where people fall short and I'm not going to say networking. It is networking, but this is where people fall short of turning their networking into relationships that turn into that you can monetize. You know, you can't monetize something if nobody knows who you are. So I think this process, this is so valuable.
Thank you so much, Peter. I agree, which is why I'm teaching it to you. Well, thank you. No, it really actually is like, and I will tell you guys, to be honest, when I started my first business and I first had to go to a networking event and I got that question, what do you do? Oh my goodness. It was so difficult for me to tell people what I do. I actually got the question once, are you sure you're an accountant? And I was like, let me get back to you. I was so shy. It was terrible. Because even when I had crafted my pitch, I would say it like, hi, I'm Nestene and I do accounting. And then I would get that question like, are you sure you're an accountant? You don't look like one. You didn't even sound confident about being one. But yeah, so no, this is very valuable. And the thing is, once you figure this one out, that's what you put on all your marketing creatives. It's what you put on your website. It's what you put on whenever you're talking to anyone, face to face, online, on Zoom, on Facebook, on LinkedIn. So yeah, no, it really is valuable. And I learned that at BNI, by the way. So thank you, BNI. Okay, so yeah, mine goes like this for now. Hi, I'm Nestene. This online speed networking event is my brainchild, and I'm happy to offer that to you with Explore ProTech. I am passionate about providing entrepreneurs and business professionals with a platform to enable them to reach their highest success, find the cheese that has been moved by COVID, and rebuild the global economy, one small business at a time. I want to offer my personal time and commitment towards creating many more events like this for you guys. So if you'd like me to do this, please subscribe to the email list link I just popped into the chat box, and also send this link to at least one other person you believe might benefit from events like this in future. For each person you refer that signs up for this email list, you will get a ticket entitling you to free access to any of our future online speed networking events. So I kind of sound like an advert, right? But yeah, you probably have a very clear idea of what I'm trying to do, who I am, and what you can get from that. And maybe you're even like a little bit excited about it. I'm going to show you why now. Okay, so think about how this pitch just now, and I'm not doing it at my best, guys, but think about how this pitch made you feel. And I'm going to actually pull it apart and show you why that is. So, okay, I'm Nestene, that's normal. This online speed networking event is my brainchild. What am I doing there? I'm basically elevating myself a bit by creating more credibility, by saying that, by putting out there that this thing is something that I've created. Didn't have to say that. Could have said something like, I'm a chief executive officer at Explore ProTech. But it's more memorable when I say something like, this is my brainchild. I'm happy to offer that to you with Explore ProTech. What am I doing there? I'm saying I'm happy to offer something to you. So I'm making you feel like I'm giving you something, but I haven't actually given you anything yet. Well, actually I did, but I'm claiming that now. Okay, so I'm claiming that. So at that point, you'll probably feel like, oh, she did this for us. That's amazing. I'll say I am passionate about providing entrepreneurs and business professionals with a platform to enable them to reach the highest success. I'm not sure about this sentence, but what I'm trying to do there is...
I'm sure about that sentence.
Thank you, Peter.
But that sentence actually shows that not only have you created something that you've created, but you've created something for everybody else, and that you've created it for them to succeed. So it shows them that you're actually thinking of them. So it shows care.
Thank you. Yeah, I guess you're right. And then I always try to kind of get an emotion involved. So stating that I'm passionate about this, it's just much more memorable than saying that this is what I do. You get the I'm passionate about tax returns, or I do tax returns. That's the difference. And to enable them to reach their highest success, what am I doing there? I'm putting something out there that all of you want. Everyone wants to be successful, right? So I'm stating your desire and then saying how I'm helping you get that. This, I just like put in there, find the cheese that has been moved by COVID, to show you that I'm understanding your current reality and to rebuild the global economy one small business at a time. I think it again shows care. So I care about you guys. I want to offer you my personal time and commitment towards creating many more events like this for you guys. So again, I'm saying that I'm offering something. So you're feeling like, oh, wow, she's such a nice person. She's giving us something. My personal time and commitment. So yeah, I mean, I do put a lot of my personal time and commitment into this. And I do believe that you will get a lot of value out of this. Say that then, if that's what you believe, like say it, don't be afraid to claim it. Like I think especially in my culture, for example, like we've been taught to, you know, don't speak too much about yourself, don't claim your own power, don't be arrogant, just anything but arrogant, you know. This is not arrogant, this is just claiming what you're already doing and putting it out there, making it clear. I don't think anyone, when they listened to me saying this, thought that I was arrogant. I think it comes across more as, oh yeah, no, that's true. So then if it's true, say it, claim your power. Okay, so the two was creating many more events like this for you guys. I'm saying for you guys, because I'm trying to create that where a tribe feeling, I'm trying to get everyone feeling included. You don't have to say for you guys, it's literally what you want to put in there and the kind of vibe you're trying to create. But for me, that would work, I think, with my personality as well. And I mean, who doesn't want more events like this, you know? So by this time, I should have you already like kind of cheering on my side because we're doing this together. Okay. If you'd like me to do this, please subscribe to the email list. So what am I doing there? I'm basically saying, if you want another email, if you want me to do another speed networking event for you guys, you need to subscribe. So to be honest, like you subscribing or not to the email list is probably not going to make or break the next event. I mean, if all of you decide to not subscribe, it might. But just the way I'm purposefully putting those together, those actions, like if you want this, then do this. It's kind of a little bit of manipulation, I guess. I don't know. I think it kind of links the two together. So it just stresses more. I really want you to subscribe. And if you do, you'd be giving me that support that I need in order to make more amazing things like this happen for you. So again, just claiming that. I put it in the chat box, which is something that I would recommend for everyone. If you want to put a link in there, it makes it so easy. So always makes it so easy for people to follow your call to action. Because me asking you to subscribe is I'm asking you to perform an action. At this point, I don't want to make it difficult for you to perform that action. I want you to be able to go, oh yeah, I'll do that. Click, done. So think about that. Whatever you're asking people to do, it must be super easy. And then I'm basically just asking you to send the link to at least one other person. So I'm making it seem like it's super easy. I mean, it's just one other person, right? I'm not asking you to send it to everyone. I'm not being vague about sending it out there. I'm just asking for a specific action again. Who you believe might benefit from events like these in future. And then for each person you refer that signs up for this email list, they will get a ticket entitling them to free access to any of the future events. So there I'm basically offering what Suman would call an ethical bribe in order to get you guys commitment to sharing the email list so I can grow my list. It's called a lead magnet. Yeah, that's technical term, lead magnet. So I decided that in order to get people to, I think the subscription part I could probably accomplish like fairly easily if I look at my strategy, because obviously all of you are interested in online speed networking, otherwise you would not be here. So I don't think asking you to subscribe to a list would be that much of a push. I do think getting people to share it's not that much of a push, but I want them to share it, like they must feel passionate about sharing it. They must want to share it with the right person. They must, get me those quality leads that I want. So that's why the lead magnet I decided to attach to this, and that will hopefully motivate people to pick those people that will really benefit from this, really be interested in this, and put me in touch. Okay.
Sorry, Nestene, one way of turning that on its head is that if people are actually inviting guests, their own guests, to join the speed networking event, they can actually then choose who they're inviting. That way they can actually choose people they want to network with. So it's actually beneficial to give people the ability to invite, because it basically then grows a network that actually is sustainable, because the people that are being invited are people that would already blend in the mix that's already there. So it's extremely beneficial to, if you have the ability to invite people, you also then have the choice as to who that is. So that's very beneficial.
I like that. I think we must definitely craft that into the page. I'll get you to help me with that after. Thank you. Okay, cool. So at this point, so I basically laid out all my secrets for you guys, right? But I wanted to just, I've been to so many of these meetings and I never get any practical value. And I wanted to show you how you can do it too. It's easy. That doesn't mean it's simple. But if we just put pen to paper, we should be able to accomplish something like this, right? So maybe at this point, can I just hear some questions? Does anyone have questions? Do any of you have comments on this? Because right after this, if you don't have questions or comments, or if you do, you're going to be crafting your own little elevator page and sharing that with us so that we can really help you make it magical and memorable. So any questions, comments? Did I bore you guys to death?
Not yet.
Not at all.
Okay, cool. Not yet. Awesome.
You made us think.
You think that's amazing? I'm always so afraid of lecturing this, because it's not rocket science. I mean, I'm used to lecturing on like international tax. That's rocket science. This is simple. But a lot of people get this wrong, and I got it wrong. Just because I didn't put pen to paper and think through it.
Simple but not easy.
Yes, exactly.
Like most things we do, Stephen, like makeup, simple but not easy.
Exactly, Stephen.
Peter, you can't put us on the spot now. You don't know what are these people.
Oh, you have no idea. You have no idea what I'm in for next. Man.
Okay, guys. So at this point, I want you to take a few minutes. I'm going to put my video off because I'm just going to also work on my pitch.
Steen?
Yeah.
I want to ask you, do you think it's good to have a couple of, I know for the networking event, and then it depends what room or the people that you're going to be engaging with. So you have different elevator pitches. Do you think it's good to have sort of 3 or 4 elevator pitches in your arsenal anyway, just depending on who you meet on the fly? I'm not talking about at a networking event.
Yes. Definitely. I mean, I have so many on the back burner. It's
awesome.
Amazing because whenever someone asks you, on the phone, on Facebook, like in person, if I see someone that looks like they need accounting services, I'll be like, hi, what do you do? And then they'll ask me what I do, and that's my cue to give the elevator pitch. So no, definitely.
If you want to break it down even further, I know with Karen, and we were on a course recently, and one of our coaches delivered the Fascinate 7, where she was actually going through the archetypes and the people that carry different characteristics of people and the characteristic types. You can actually go through those characteristic types and actually create an elevator pitch for the different personality types, so that if you have the ability to see, okay, this person is actually more of this character type, that you can actually deliver an elevator pitch that is actually suited to their character. So if you do, I mean, that course with Karen was absolutely fantastic. And it really it opens your eyes to actually not only reading people, but reading what their character types are and what will resonate with them. So if you can do that or have the ability to do that, you can actually craft your pitch to a degree that it resonates with all the different character types, just by changing things very slightly. And that way, something you're saying to some, if you don't craft it correctly and you're speaking to the wrong character type, you may say something, and although what you're saying makes perfect sense, it just doesn't resonate with them because of their character type. So that is something to look into if you want to actually take it to like a completely different level. But do yourself a favor, investigate that. It's really helpful in business. It doesn't help. I'm trying to sell something to somebody, and I'm being all pushy, and they're a very shy personality. That doesn't work. So you change your pitch accordingly. So definitely look into that.
Awesome. Okay, guys, take a few minutes. 5. I'll give you 5. So we'll be back on in exactly 5 minutes, and then we can hear your pitches. Yay! Okay. Hi guys. You all look very deep in thought. Did you craft some amazing pictures for us? Yeah? Okay. Stephen, front and center.
I freaking knew you would do that.
Ah, you're the expert. Come on. You do how many elevator
I'm
pictures
not.
a week?
Yeah, but I've still got to get them right.
Please share with us.
Okay, there we go. So, okay, so I'm Stephen Levy, an honored student of the University of Life for the past 35 years. I'm a firm believer. I inspire leaders to lead from who they are, not from a title. And I'm 100% committed to offering them the support in hearing the things they don't want to hear, to seeing the things they can't see, in order for them to become the leaders they want to be.
Wow. That's magical.
That's it.
That's beautiful. I love it. I think you could maybe pop in a call to action at the end to just let people know, you know, should they get in touch or like how? But I think that's an absolutely stunning start of a very
Okay.
amazing.
Call to action. If you want to get anything further, please contact Nestene Botha at Explore ProTech.
My personal assistant. Here's her details.
No.
You want her WhatsApp number? She likes to talk to people at midnight, any time of the day, actually.
I actually had two elevator pictures down here. Can I read the second one?
Yeah, go for it.
Because I'm interested in the feedback.
Go for it.
Okay, so it starts with the same. I'm Stephen Levy, an audit student of the University of Life over the past 35 years and founder of Dare to Be Coaching and Beyond, a firm believer that everybody has something unique to offer the world. I inspire leaders who are committed to dare to be the best version of themselves so that they can do the same for those they lead, where together they achieve their highest expectations.
That's fantastic. Everyone's nodding. Like everyone's there. Do one of you guys
like
want to give feedback to Stephen? Like how does that make you feel?
If I can actually, okay, I'm going to be a bit biased because myself and Stephen have known each other for a little bit of time, so we've had some insight to each other. But if I was in business and I was running a team and I needed assistance, I would hire you. Because it's
Just
not
based on the pitch.
just based on the pitch. Because nine times out of 10, when people are making an offering or telling you who they are, it's normally quite a long story, and you don't really get all of it. You know, you kind of get the gist of it. That to me was direct. It was to the point. It tells me what I'm getting. It tells me what I'm getting myself into, and it also tells me there's going to be results. And then it also shows that there's something bigger than what the statement is. So it leaves me curious. Now I want to know more. So I've really liked that pitch.
Anyone want to say pitch 1 versus pitch 2? Who votes for pitch 1? Pitch 2?
Well, you said we can have more than one, so I'll use them both.
That's beautiful. Fantastic. Go for it. They're obviously
Thank you.
amazing. Thanks for going up.
I'm also happy for feedback if anyone sees any area for improvement.
From my side, I think just the call to action at the end.
Call to action.
Yeah.
Like in what, Nestene? Like, please contact, please see my link or what?
So, like, what do you want to sell though? You want to sell more one-on-one consultations, correct?
I don't want to sell anything. I want to offer people value.
Yeah, I get that, but which value proposition do you want to offer?
Say
more one-on-one consults.
Yeah, that would be a start. So it would, that would be the hook into, because then after that initial consult, then maybe I need to also bring in on an elevator pitch that I don't coach a program, I coach a journey. So then I'll bring you into the one-on-one.
Yeah.
How about 30 minutes value call?
Excuse me?
30 minutes value call. Call to action.
So you can pop your link. You can, yeah. You just like, if you want your 30 minutes value call with me, click on the Calendly link I just put in the chat box. And that would literally round off both of those pictures so well. And people will immediately click on the Calendly so they can book 30 minutes with you, because who doesn't want to have 30 minutes with that kind of person?
30 minutes value call.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like that. Thank you. Thank you, Simon.
Awesome. Okay. Next up, Somerville.
Sorry, can I just ask you, would you say he should do this value call at the end of his talk? So if you're interested, have a value.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you would literally say the pitch exactly like it is at the moment, but then just end with, for your 30 minutes value call with me, click on the Calendly link I just put in the chat box. Boom. Mic drop.
Sorry, once again, I mean, obviously that is, that will be, everybody's pitch is going to be completely different, because it has to be unique to your own personality, because your own personality is who you are, and who you are is what you are promoting. So try and make it as personal as possible, because once again, it's about the relationship. And if you're promoting something that's not who you are, then people will see through that and they just won't contact you. So really try and make it personal, and even passionate. People identify with that. So really make it personal. You know, if you, it's not like we are giving you a generic outline and you just fill in the blanks and make the pitch. It doesn't work because it's generic. Stick to being yourself, no matter what. Really personalize it.
Yeah, which is like what I think, what I liked about the first, well, both pictures, but especially the first one. Because in the first one, what really came through for me was your passion about leadership. And I also got from that you're a coach in leadership. So it like all really tied together for me. So if at the end of that call you said, like, no, here's the link, schedule your 30-minute call with me, like I would so click on that.
Yeah, I appreciate that feedback, because I never mentioned the word coach in the first one, and I don't like to.
You
But
don't.
yet you picked it up.
Need to.
I did, yeah, because you had so many references to leadership.
Okay. Thank you.
Cool. Somerville, front and center.
Yeah. Okay. I'm open to any type of feedback.
It's fine. That's why we are.
Cool beans. Okay. Hi, I'm Somerville. I'm a virtual assistant, which kind of like a freelance PA who works with small businesses, entrepreneurs, doing tasks they either don't know how to do, don't like doing, or don't want to do. So they're freed up to get on with something else, like building their business. Sorry, lost my place. Like building their business. My clients make money simply by passing their routine or niche tasks onto me instead. If you would like to book your 30-minute discovery call, I've left my link below.
Beautiful. I like that part where you said my clients make money by passing on routine tasks to me. I really like that part. I think maybe in the beginning, just the part about kind of being like a personal assistant, I would take that out. It suggests for me uncertainty, which we don't want to. It's like that's how I sounded when I was like, I think I'm an accountant. You know, I'm a virtual assistant. I think that's good enough.
Can I ask Somerville a question?
Go for it.
As somebody that's never had a virtual assistant before, obviously it is an extreme luxury, and I would love to have one.
Yeah.
If Nestene,
I mean,
if you would consider
to her,
that.
I just wanted to have one now. Like, I'm very bad in organizing my things. I have so many things running around. I really need someone to organize it for me.
Me too.
So Somerville, a very direct question. how good are you at what you do?
I'm good.
Okay, then bring it across that way.
Okay.
Because your services are what makes everybody else's lives so much easier. You know, if you're running a business and your head is all over the place, and you have if you have a virtual assistant worth her weight in gold, it makes your life so much easier, and it gives you that freedom to actually just function. You know, instead of committing to all those little tasks that are actually done for you, even down to your schedule and your scheduling and, you know, everything that happens in the background. If you are good at what you do, then you need to be confident in that, because people will see that. And I also picked up on when you said kind of. There is no kind of about what you do. What you do for people as a virtual assistant is absolutely amazing, and I would love to have one. So Nestene, if you are open to the idea of becoming a virtual assistant,
was saying you like I'd buy you a Somerville retainer.
yeah. So,
Peter, did you ask Nestene to become a virtual assistant?
He
well,
did.
I make
Can you
her
believe that, Sophie?
I make her
In front
coffee.
of Somerville.
I have to get something in return.
Somerville's just given a great elevator pitch, and you asked Nestene to be a virtual assistant.
Exactly.
We actually could remove you.
reason I
We're going
can
to
do that
remove
is
you from the Zoom call, Peter.
The reason I can do that is because she's like 30 meters away and she can chase me afterwards.
Just
No.
hit Nestene. Somerville, you're
No,
allowed to hit the delete button on Peter.
Some of it, I think if you come across confidently, you already know that you're good at what you do, and you come across confidently, I think your pitch is great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I give just say something to Somerville, if I may?
Yeah, go for it.
You had such powerful words or phrases in your elevator pitch is make them stand out. I can't think of the exact words now, but if you typed it, there were a couple of sentences that were really powerful in terms of your VO work. And also, I think something Nestene said when she was reading hers is, don't be shy to label yourself as an expert in what you use. My expertise as a VA, not kind of a VA.
Yeah.
Because use my expertise and my knowledge, specialist knowledge, those two words, because if I hear that combined with those other powerful words you use, I'd hire you.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree, Stephen. So what you said about like especially the part, emphasize the part where I do the routine tasks that you don't want to do, like to do. Like you can make that stand out because that's your amazing thing. Also, instead of maybe saying I do routine tasks, you can say I specialize in completing routine tasks that you don't want to do, like to do, because you're busy making money. So I would work a little bit on that second sentence, but I think it's a really good start.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yay! I'm so proud of you. You've come so far already.
Thank you.
Cool. Natalie, you look like you're keen to share. Not just Natalie Joel, the other Natalie, and then we'll do Natalie Joel.
Hi, I'm not sure if it's working. Is the speaker working?
It's working.
Awesome. Okay, I'm Natalie Clack. I'm a natural health practitioner, business coach, and business consultant. I'm from Just Be Coaching Company in Johannesburg. I have over 25 years of experience in corporate and SMEs, with 15 years of those as an entrepreneur. I love to work with my clients by sharing uplifting, heart-centered coaching products and services on an individual basis or in group consulting sessions or workshops. These are done for children, teenagers, and adults, and even project or corporate teams. In addition, I have a number of coaching products that I've developed, which you can get one-on-one on a day-to-day basis. So I've got a 30-day daily outreach program, which is moving towards helping you develop a mindset of self-reliant fulfillment and codependent effectiveness. So basically, we always rely on others, and at this particular point in time, everyone's in a bad place. You can't rely on anybody to support you emotionally, so you need to find a way to look inside, find that center, and move from there. So I've planned this well. My programs are aimed at anyone who wants to achieve a goal, work out how to overcome hurdles, or just move forward and cope with your day-to-day life at the moment. If you want to know more, then you can email me on natalie.justbe@gmail.com. And that's my basic pitch today.
Awesome. I think it's a really good attempt. I would say maybe a little bit general. So I would say maybe do a couple of different ones rather than putting everything into one. Because at the moment, like I am hearing what you're saying, but I get it. And customers have such short attention spans. They're like goldfish. I promise you, like I'm like a goldfish. As soon as you say like I have different coaching products and a 30-day program, and we do it for corporates and even these people and those people. Like for each of those markets, I would actually do a different pitch. And like from our side, you can know that we will put you in a room with a certain type of person, and you'll get scheduled up front so that you can pick the elevator pitch that you want to pitch to those people at that time. I also think maybe pushing, like figuring out what your strategic or your SMART goal is, and then pushing a certain product per pitch would be great, because then instead of saying like just send me an email, which is a bit general, like what am I going to email you about, what must I put in there, customers are strange. Maybe send me an email to book your 30-day challenge, or you can even have a link to the 30-day chat, like subscribe now to get all the info on the 30-day challenge, or even just raise your hand right now if you want more info on the 30-day challenge. It just shortens the customer journey a bit, and it makes it more specific so people can immediately, because you want those immediate signups. I think. I don't know, guys. Do you have any feedback for Natalie?
I've got some feedback. Your pitch was very informative, explicitly informative, but your pitch was very informative about what you do. What you might need to do is shorten it and add something of yourself, because the value of what you offer is the value of yourself. So if you can add something personal into it, especially when introducing yourself. So maybe just after introducing yourself, hi, I'm Natalie, and I'm passionate about this, which leads people to believe something very personal of you. What you say next, they're going to be listening to. So I think add something personal in, maybe shorten it a bit, and like Nestene said, don't try and fit everything in. So that, I mean, we've actually made the same mistake on our original website. We jam-packed it full of so many different offerings and so many different services that when people got to our webpage, they just didn't know where to go. And the same thing will happen with a pitch. If you jam-pack it full of too much information, then people, as they're grabbing information, you're throwing more information at them, and they haven't really grasped the first set of information or first bit of information before trying to get pushed onto the next. So try and make it very specific. And I think because you will know more or less who you're meeting with, you can actually make it specific, because you know what type of people will be there. So I think make it personal and then specific.
Because there was a sentence that I really liked in there. It was something about what you heart-centered and unlocking yourself so you can move forward, something like that. I was like, if you had started with that, like, because that grabbed me. Once I heard that, I'm like, I want to be unlocked. Unlock me. Where do I need to sign to be unlocked? And I think that's also what you're passionate about, but maybe you're afraid to lead with what you're passionate about. So you lead with your experience, which is impressive, super impressive. But it's even more impressive.
Some people find it a bit cushy when you start talking about heart-centered and things, and they fall off the trolley. They want you cold, calculating, results-driven. So you get a bit nervous about those things. Thanks for the feedback, guys. That's awesome.
Why do you want them heart-centered?
Well, Well, when you see, I'm not working with only businesses as such. I'm working more with you one-on-one. You know, where are you in your life? How are you feeling at the moment? Where do you fit in your team? Where do you fit in your business? Where do you want to take yourself from here? You know, why aren't you coping in the team, or what's actually under it? You know, am I going to be there driving you when in actual fact you've got a hard time going on at home? You need me to take a step back and slowly guide you through it. You know, you have to approach it from a heart-centered place. You can't just go out there and push and force and, you know, actually create a disaster in the long run, which you don't want.
So the reason I asked you that is, when you talk about it now, when you answer the question, you spoke about it with so much energy, you could actually feel it coming from inside you. And you specifically said the people that will find it cushy or fluffy or whatever you used are those people, they're hard and cold and they're running their business purely on the numbers. You don't want those people. So don't worry about them. Speak about what comes from your heart, and heart-centered. I must tell you, as a coach in business, they need it. That's where business needs to go. But then you need to believe it. And if you believe it, like you said, like you answered the question with that energy, those people will be attracted to you. You won't have to sell it to them. And those that don't,
that's a valuable advice.
Thanks,
that's a very valuable advice. And like, I have learned this in a very hard way. Natalie, I would like to address this. Sometimes I was too hard on myself because I was attracting the wrong people and I was thinking something is wrong with me. But sooner or later, I realized just being me, I'm polarizing the people who are not resonating with me, and that's good for me.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yes. So just to add on to what Nestene and Peter said on your pitch, I felt like you can, like, of course, shorten it, and probably you can say, I help individuals to move from where they are to where they want to be by unleashing or unlocking their true potential by seeing within themselves. Does that make sense? Have I tried to?
Yeah, thank you.
It?
That's
beautiful.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
And definitely bring in the heart center. So I would say bring in the heart center.
Yeah.
Because you believe it.
Yeah. Because you know what happens, Natalie, as soon as you speak about your heart-centered and why you coach heart-centered and, you know, other people not believing in that sometimes, that care comes through, and that's your why. You're a carer. And that makes that makes me want to be cared for, because let's be honest, care is a hot commodity right now. Everyone needs more TLC right now, you know. So by putting that actually out there, people will feel, oh, maybe this is the person, you know, that I can go and speak to, because actually, and I was like, not sure if I should, but like, I think this one will get me, because she seems so caring. And that's what you actually want to do. So yeah, I hope that helps.
Oh, it did. That was awesome. Thank you. I needed to cut it. Thank you.
Beautiful.
There was also if I may, just, sorry, I'm not a branding, but I'm just listening to what you're saying, is there was self-reliant fulfillment, co-creating or collaboration stood out very strongly. So pull those in, but with the self-reliant, then you told them why you make them self-reliant. And that's an opinion of yours that people are not self-reliant. So you said you bring yourself because many people are not self-reliant. From my point of view, I would leave that out and just bring in the self-reliant. Those people that, again, that resonate with that will be attracted, that need to be self-reliant, will automatically come to you.
Awesome. Thanks.
Cool. Okay. Suman, front and center.
Okay. All right. I mean, after listening to you guys, I think I've made a little bit changes, and thank you for that. So my pitch goes like this. Hi, I'm Suman Espatar. I empower entrepreneurs and business owners to double their business in less than 12 months by implementing marketing funnels, and I produce ingenious solutions to complex problems.
I'd say that's a wow. I like that.
That's awesome. Yeah. Wow.
Double my business any day.
Thank you. And Peter, thank you for reminding me about the Fascinate. because in my prototype archetype actually, yeah, Sally said that I produce ingenious solutions to complex problems. So I just copy paste.
Beautiful. Just remember your call to action at the end. Otherwise, people will be, oh,
Oh yeah.
where do I click?
Yeah. So my call to action is the 30 minutes free consultation. I think I'll give a link.
Awesome. Super. I think that's really cool. I'm trying to think. Does anyone have any other feedback for her? Just wow.
I want
think
some critics. Yeah,
I think
Mystique is here.
I think my feedback would be I want to know more.
Maybe I was thinking even like saying a little bit about your sales funnel secrets. Because
Yeah,
I,
so
Some
I feel like you're the sales funnel secrets person. You know, like when I think of you, I'm like, you know all the secrets to sales funnels. That's why I need to get to know. Maybe putting
yeah,
something about that in there.
Okay, I'll do that.
I also think this the same as from Natalie. I think personalize it in the beginning as well, because what you pitched was basically the meat of your pitch. So I think also the same, personalize it in the beginning. I mean, obviously, however you would want to personalize it, I mean, that would be up to you. But what you presented and the meat of your pitch was lovely, but it left me wanting to know more. So maybe personalize it and then just a little bit more information.
Yeah, like an
Can you
example or
give me
two.
an example? Thank you so much.
Well, so if you were making your pitch, you said that you could you help
Empower entrepreneurs.
you empower entrepreneurs. How?
By building
By
sales
implementing the business funnel.
Yeah.
Again, there is no me there. Okay, I get
No.
it.
Yeah.
Maybe like in the beginning, Suman, like using that beautiful personality of yours and going, "Hi, I'm Suman Espetar, and I'm the sales funnel secrets lady from
Actually,
India."
I actually have a way that you can personalize it, because everybody's been talking about your smile. So you can actually introduce yourself. Hi, I'm Suman. I'm known as the smile, the lady that smiles. You know, and then that way, people that see you will instantly recognize you. Oh yes, the lady that smiles. Oh yes, that's the lady that smiles. So it's something unique and it's something different, and people will remember that. So, obviously, when you personalize something, you want to do it in such a way that when meetings end and maybe you guys will meet up again in a week's time or 2 weeks' time, or you do business in the future, people have that thing in their memory where they're like, "Oh yes, I remember you." Um, you know, I mean, currently I'm known for something I don't want to be known for. The guy that allowed women to put makeup on his face. That was great. That was absolutely brilliant. But but I'm being remembered, so I suppose it's a good thing. But yeah, personalize it, make it your own. But the
Okay.
general meat of what you delivered was great.
All right. So I am definitely going to consider the smile aspect. I did not until now. So maybe I'll add this and yeah, I'll share it in the group probably.
Just let's leave those pictures of me in makeup alone, all right?
No, she said guys, Suman is our digital marketing expert, by the way, which is why her things are so precise. Because obviously, like I was just thinking, that's the difference between digital marketing and network marketing, right? Maybe the meat and the personal touch. But what am I trying to say? Oh, yes. Sorry. So she suggested we make some viral content from when we made up Peter to teach our fempreneurs how to get made up in 5
How
minutes.
to lay the foundation.
So we are doing that, Peter. You're not off to. I'm sorry.
I'm not getting over that yet. Oh God.
She said it would go viral, and
Well, I suppose of all the things that could go viral, it could be worse.
it could be much worse. You should be thankful. Okay, Paul, can we hear your elevator pitch, please?
How would you like to do 1.5 days work to be reduced to just half a day every month? Well, we got it slightly better. I'm Paul and I'm a Sage business partner and part of the team at Tango Business Solutions. One of the ways that we assist our clients is through automation and integration. And so, for example, at one of our clients, they spend 1.5 days per month finalizing their payroll payments and getting that information into the accounting package. By applying automation and integration, we managed to get this down to under a single minute. The spin-off of that is there's zero error opportunity. And what's even more important to me is the admin lady now no longer has to sit at the office until 7 at night. Our target market are businesses that need to use accounting and payroll software. If you would like to know more, or you'd like a free Sage analysis, please feel free to contact me for this or any other assistance required on your Sage accounting and payroll.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I like that. It's like to the point. You start with an eye
Awesome, yeah.
catcher.
I loved your start. Yeah.
Do you want to lecture us next time? Yeah, that was really cool. Does anyone have a feedback for Paul?
Can you do the same thing for my firm, please?
See, it's working because there's your target market. Awesome.
I actually really like that. Although what we do need to steer clear of, and it's a very fine line. And I think myself and Nestene were actually talking about this earlier. We were talking about motivational speakers, and motivational speakers, they're great. You know, a lot of people benefit from it. Me personally, I take stuff like that with a pinch of salt, because for me it's got to be one-on-one and engaging and real. Whereas obviously motivational speakers, they speak to large groups of people, and I struggle with finding authenticity in it. So unless somebody's coming across extremely authentic, then you know I kind of battle with it. So when you are delivering your pitch, if you've done it like you've practiced it, or you've done it like you are changing your character to actually do the pitch, then yes, the pitch is great, but at the same time, it's not as so. I would actually put your own character into it. You know, whoever you are as a person, do it that way. I mean, generally, if I'm delivering a pitch, not that I ever really need to, but I'm going to need to. But I would like to consider that when I do, I'm going to be doing the pitch exactly as I am and who I am all the time. You know, so that the character remains, and that's what people want. You know, they want that. Not only do they want to know what you do or what you're offering, but they want to do it from a personal level because they want to build a relationship. So speak to them the way that you would normally speak to them, as if they were just a group of your friends. That really it resonates well with people. It makes people feel comfortable. You know, as to add that level of excitement to it is great, but not so much in an elevator pitch, if that makes any sense.
I think he left because of your comments.
No. Did he leave? I don't think so. No, that's fine.
He did leave, but I'm sure it wasn't because of your comment.
No, it's fine.
Maybe
It's
his
fine if it
internet's
was.
not working.
I feel all despondent now.
Oh, Peter.
Steve,
Hey,
will
that's
make
what
you
I'm
feel
here.
better.
It's what I'm here for.
Peter, hold on. I'm going to get my lipstick.
You're gonna get your lipstick. Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, do you guys know how difficult it is for somebody to stick a pencil in your eye? How much trust you have to know that they're not going to actually poke you?
It wasn't in
That can be your byline.
It wasn't.
Peter, that can be your byline.
It was so in my eye. You know how
I'm
difficult it is.
Okay.
I had to
I'm
force
getting
my
a
eyelids.
marketing
I had
promotion
to force my
idea.
eyelids open.
I trusted Nestene to put a pencil in my eye. That could be your byline. Peter Higston.
Your byline for your eyeliner.
Is
That's
this
brilliant.
called recording? I think we have to take a snippet of
Yeah,
you
it's
post it,
recording.
it will go viral.
Yeah, it's recording. It's a good thing that this is not one of those Zoom meeting mess ups that they have on YouTube, right? It is recording, and I'm not going to forget that the camera is on.
The good news is you can clip it if you want to. There.
And I am fully clothed. I'm not wearing pajamas underneath.
I love doing business with you guys late at night. Really, it's just amazing. Chantal, I really want to hear your page. Please, can you?
Okay, so because I haven't really set any goals yet, and I literally used your template, this is what it is. So I'm Chantal. I love figuring out and creating, sorry, I left out a word. I love figuring out puzzles and creating practical accounting systems at my company DBSS. I solve cash flow uncertainties by providing clear and concise guidelines to help small business owners accomplish business growth during these tough times. I want to offer financial and business coaching to these small businesses. So if you would like that, please click on the link to book a quick call with me, and we can have a chat.
I really like that you're showing who you are as a person, and you know, I think you have a very likable personality, so I think a lot of people will resonate with that. I do think like the call to action is a little bit vague, so you know, if you want help with your small business,
it's not even what I wrote down.
You want to read me what you wrote down, or are we?
I said book a quick call with me by clicking on this link in the chat box, which will be like a Calendly link.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so I like that better.
I think I'm going to keep quiet because I don't want anybody else to leave.
No, I won't.
No, I think he's actually just struggling to get back because there was just like a person, and then the person got off again. So yeah, I think that's what it was. We'll chat to him after. But yeah, so yeah, just about why must they reach out to you? So I would make it a little bit more specific, bring out maybe what is your expertise as an accountant? Because like I know as accountants we can do everything, right? But if we focus
yeah, I'm really great at figuring out systems and sorting out messes. So when I can, if I look at a client's books, I can see what the problem is straight away.
So you streamline systems and you sort out messes. I think put that in there, because if I'm a business owner and my books are a mess, then I would want you there, you know, if you're, so I
was trying to write something about that originally, but I couldn't figure out the words for it.
That actually came across when you mentioned the fact that you like puzzles.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it actually did come across.
Streamline systems and sort out messes.
I don't like using the word sort out messes because it kind of makes them feel like, oh, well,
they're a mess. I get that.
Business, you know?
But let's be honest, have you seen some clients' books? I mean, it's horrendous.
I'm going to keep quiet right now.
I'm trying to think, does anyone have an idea? How could she say that, like, sort out messes without saying that the person is a mess?
Accounting puzzles?
Yeah, so
untangle complex situations. How's that?
I had the word untangle originally because I keep thinking of a ball of wool that's all tangled up. And the image I had was to untangle that ball of wool, but I don't know how to use the words to get that across.
That's brilliant, Chantal. You will have the best pitch ever. So what you do is you bring a ball of wool, because we can see your face, and then you're like, I do this to your books. I'm serious. Everyone will remember that.
I need to carry a ball of wool around with me.
Not just one, but a few.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I think everyone.
I'll untangle your books.
That's so cute.
See how it looks on the actual Zoom. Just try it. I know, like, as accountants, we don't, we want to be taken seriously and we want to be like, but sometimes people just relate and they remember. Because often the person will actually, they'll
trying to avoid accounting speak,
Yeah. Which is why wool would be perfect, because everyone's going to get that. Like, literally straight away when you say, like, oh, I understand what you want to do to the books. You want to untangle them. You want to make it easy. You want to simplify. So maybe just try that. See, and I think you'll be the most memorable accountant there. Sorry, Tippy, unless you can come up with something better. And then what I was saying about the call of action, maybe making it so do you do more internal audit work or audit work, systems? You said
So it's more about it's more financial management.
Financial management.
And then getting the cash flow right, and and internal controls.
Financial management and internal controls. So they say that when you're giving your call to action. So for a complete needs analysis on your financial management and internal control system, book 30 minutes with me.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Instead of, if the wool and the untangle didn't work, instead of, I'm just giving a second option. You said cleaning up the mess. Was that the exact thing? Instead of, cleaning up the mess, why can't you replace something positive?
Yeah.
Instead of cleaning up the mess, or going for the metaphor like untangle or carrying the wool with you, like, can you replace something positive? What can be the positive for business owners?
Well, the original line I had was clear and concise reports, but that just sounds boring to me, at least. As an
No, not clear. Like, it has to be something what will interest them, like you doubling their or reducing their risk or doubling their income.
Money, or where they can improve their cash flow. Yeah.
So I help you save money and increase efficiency.
So you also help to create certainty where there's uncertainty.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you could actually come across from the perspective of, so if there are things that you are not sure about, let me step into that space and create certainty for you, so that you have peace of mind that that your puzzle is put together correctly.
I love that.
Yeah, then you create that kind of, they will feel like you're the person that will take them by the hand to help solve this complex puzzle. Like when I was still pitching accounting things, I used to say something like, trust me, when SARS is coming after you, you want me to be the person in the corner besides you. That always works. So it's just like,
I know how to box, so
I'm that person. So you want to position yourself as that person, the one that they want there. Does that help, Chantal?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Okay, awesome.
Awesome.
But I think it's a really good start, considering that you just started with us tonight. So well done.
Thank you.
Cool. Tippy.
Hi.
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 Chantal, that was excellent, by the way. Okay. Hi, I'm Tippy, and I'm a partner at Howard John Company, as well as a coach on the Fempreneur course. I solve compliance and financial dilemmas by providing reliable and stable solutions to help people accomplish financial peace of mind. I want to offer you a 45-minute complimentary call to discuss your tax and accounting needs. If you want that, then click on my link in the chat box.
I really like that. Yeah, I really like that. And I think you're positioning yourself so beautifully and yet subtly by going, yeah, I'm a coach on the Fempreneur course, So it
I thought so too.
One should also add that.
it sets you apart already. It's like, ooh, what did she do to be able to do that? And
Yeah.
to have the call on the tax, because you are a tax expert, maybe bringing in even more around the tax, I would even say, because
I know, but people are scared of the word tax. So I want to just mention it as a word, so that it's in their brain. And then when they want to talk more, then we can discuss it.
tax structure.
Yeah,
Like
to a lot of my friends,
So
tax is
you're the
like one of
Robin
the
Hood.
worst swear words that I could ever say.
So you're like the Robin Hood of the accounting.
Yeah, I am.
You should say that.
Right. Bring that in.
Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Where?
You're the coach on the Fempreneur course.
Hi, I'm Tippy, and I'm Robin Hood in disguise.
I'm your Robin
Well, maybe not exactly like that, but I enjoy your enthusiasm. Maybe like just after you say, and I'm a coach on the Fempreneur course, I'm also referred to as the Robin Hood of the tax. What did we say? Robin Hood of tax savings or something. What did we say?
I don't know.
Be careful with that because you don't want SARS to hear that you are
Robbing the rich to feed the poor.
You don't want to see that.
Okay, I won't say Robin Hood.
Yeah, see what you can do. But I would have liked that. But no, I think that was absolutely brilliant. And I think you really positioned your expertise well. And it's to the point, and I can see your personality as you're saying that.
Thank you.
Excellent, Zippy. Well done.
Thanks. And I must thank Peter for mentioning the fascination advantages because I went straight to my PDF and found my words. So thank you, Peter. It's all because of you.
Once again, that's what I'm here for.
Where's Karen? She should have
make
done
up
this
and
too.
smart words.
Yeah.
Natalie, last but not
totally
least,
rewritten it.
Save the best for
Because
last.
of all people's wonderful points, I've totally just done it now. I've got to add in what Tippy just said about a coach, but I'll see. Okay. Hi, I'm Natalie Joel. My husband and I have lost over 100 kilos and he has managed to reverse his diabetes with the keto way of eating. I am so passionate about this amazing way of losing weight and gaining health that my mission is to help you and others succeed with weight loss too. I'm here to help you reach your goal. I'm not a doctor or a health practitioner, but I can help you on this wonderful journey using what has worked for me and countless others. So if you struggle to do up a safety belt on an airplane like I did, or find getting into a bath virtually impossible like I did, why not give me a call for your 15-minute introduction to keto?
Yeah, that's beautiful.
That's beautiful.
That is okay. I mean, I'll say what I was going to say just now, but for now, it comes across a lot as if you're concentrating on only weight, whereas me and Nestene and Stephen and Sippy have had the privilege of knowing you a lot longer than maybe some of the other people because we've had the privilege of having you as a coach, and that doesn't really shine through. So you don't really want people to believe that you're just there for them to lose weight because there's just so much more to it. When we went through your coaching session, we knew that it wasn't just for losing weight, it was for bad sleeping patterns, and it was for general health and also for a vitality, or like a mental vitality. Obviously, we're stepping into an arena where people are doing business, and not a lot of business people want to hear about just losing weight. And we know that there's just so much more to you than just that. Because we've experienced it.
See, the problem is that legally, according to the courses I've done, I'm not allowed to say. That's why I squeeze in that thing about my husband's diabetes being reversed. I'm not allowed to say that going on this keto way is going to give you your health. Once we have a one-to-one, then I can talk about it. But publicly, I'm not allowed to say that this way of eating.
Yeah. But
can I say something?
Yes.
Sorry, Peter. Mom, what a lot of people on this course don't know, that's my mother, is that last night or this morning, you received a life coaching certificate. So why don't you add that in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to mention then about your health. You
Yeah.
just mention about life coaching.
You're a life and keeper
Yeah.
coach.
And
there's
therefore,
there's an holistic view to your coaching.
Yes.
It's
and then you're
eating
putting the
and
mind
coaching.
into a healthy space, which you're allowed to say.
So maybe I'll say, as a life coach, as well as coach, something like that. But we say, you were saying earlier, we shouldn't mention that we're a coach.
You can mention that you're a coach.
Yeah, I mean, just because we've known you for a while, and I mean, for those of you that I mean, we have watched Natalie grow like you cannot grow. Wrong choice in words. So, sorry. We've watched Natalie become something so much more than when we first met.
I want to
The
show
transformation has been absolutely phenomenal.
I want to show everybody in case they don't believe me.
Yeah, and you must bring the photo with to your page.
That was me. I don't know if I look any different or if I still look the same.
You look different now.
Yeah, the other picture shows two of you. Now there's only one.
Oh my God, that's a huge transformation.
It is, right? But I actually
Incredible.
think that's the right word, transformation.
Yeah. But at the same time, I think it's all, you know, everything is directed towards weight only. Whereas business people might not need to lose weight. So most of them are so stressed that they're trying to gain weight.
How about I add something here, Peter? Because it's a life coach, she's helping mainly in the health aspect,
Yes.
or I cannot say health. You can use something like I help individuals, or I help individuals, or I coach individuals to move from unhealthy habits to healthy habits,
Yes.
to perform
Mentally and physically.
or to balance in all aspect of life, like
Mentally and physically.
once you're healthy, you're going to be good in your spiritual, emotional, like economic wise, and social activities. All of these things are going to be balanced. Maybe you can add all that in
I
your
think
introduction.
we just want everybody else to see what we already see.
Like you're the Barocca for business people.
Pardon?
You're the Barocca for business people.
Oh yes.
Not Nestene saying that. Thank you.
Barack C or Barack Obama?
I was also wondering.
No, the one that increases optimum health and vitality, that you can function optimally in your job. Everyone in business wants more.
Will it increase energy?
That's what everyone wants. All entrepreneurs need more energy.
Exactly.
More efficiency, to be more on top of their game.
Yeah.
Sorry, Peter. I've got to excuse myself. I didn't realize that the time is 8:30 and I've got a session now with someone overseas.
Bye, Stephen. I think we're going to go in just a few minutes anyway, because
Okay,
I'm
my
sorry.
apologies.
No, I made it go over.
Excuse me. And I want to share with Natalie, just because I don't, and Nestene them know me, and then I really must go. I don't often have a moment of creativity, so you can use this or lose it. Is that let me take you to the heart of your business.
That's beautiful.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Teach you to be authentically you. I love that.
Okay.
Thank you,
it was
Stephen.
It was really lovely meeting all of you.
Thanks, Stephen.
Everybody that I haven't met. Cheers and have a wonderful evening.
Bye.
Good weekend.
Bye.
Yeah, so I think, Natalie, you got a lot of valuable feedback that you can use to really
Yes,
craft that.
very much. Very much.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Guys, we have gone a lot over time. So for those of you that are still here, thank you. And your future self will thank you for this. I promise you that. So I'm so excited to be seeing all of you at the Speed Networking. Thanks for stepping into this training with us and like really giving yourself that extra chance to shine.
Thank you.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
thank
you
you
all
for the
gonna.
opportunity.
I'm sure you all gonna. Oh my gosh, I want to hear all about it, like all the results. I want to hear what your goals are, and then I want to hear like you've maxed them out after.
Awesome.
I think
Remember to
before we
email
end
us,
this
please.
session,
Will do.
cool. Before we end this session, just once again, we obviously want this speed networking event to be a huge success. And the success comes with, and I know this sounds horrible, but it comes with numbers. Obviously, each one of those numbers is a different character and a different opportunity and a different relationship. So please invite people, share it. Obviously, you have the choice as to who you share it with. So you're obviously creating your own little space in the corner of the market when you do invite people. But yeah, let's all do exactly that. Myself and Nestene can only invite so many. It's I've got
Guys,
square eyes.
me and Peter have been up all night.
That the 10,000 people Nestene has spoken to is not enough.
No, we need to speak to more. The conversion rate has increased, but it's getting to the point where we need help, and this is what Nestene has to offer to the world in regards to a networking event, and we would love to share it. So if you could help us share it, even if it's just posting it on your Facebook, or even if it's just jumping onto your LinkedIn and inviting your last 5 conversations, or whatever it is, but any help would be really appreciated.
For every person that you
Nestene,
get,
I think
we'll give
you need to.
a free ticket to one of the future events.
Yes, email the recording. Yes, we will do that.
Sorry, Simon, what are you saying?
Can you share the link in the chat box?
The link for sharing this.
Essential, yeah.
Yeah, let me do that.
And then straight after this, it's a cup of coffee and some more square eyes.
Do you want to show them the picture of how you felt waking up this morning, Peter?
Sorry, say that again. Picture of?
The picture of the dog that you sent to Simon, showing how you feel today after having sent all those meeting invites.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think I should share it with the group right now. Correct?
Correct.
That's what I felt like this morning.
Let me. Like, I couldn't stop laughing looking at this.
Me too.
Oh, shame.
I'm going, everybody. I'm wiped out as well.
Okay, Nat. Yeah, we're all going
When are we meeting again?
on the 27th.
The 27th will be the day of the event.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, great.
Whoop, whoop.
All of you, I wish you success and enjoyment and all the very best.
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All of you too.
Okay.
Awesome.
Bye.
See you guys. Bye-bye.
Good night. Thank you so much.
Only a pleasure.
Thank you so much, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I'm like a diehard fan. I swear to God, I'm going to be the last one here.
I'm going to end the call now. Is that fine?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
All right.
Yeah, cheers, everyone. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye. Bye.